Hello everybody, welcome back to Lexalexus. Today it is more championship score predictions. It's match day 20 now. We've now got to predict. Only 3 days time, we'll already be at the halfway stage of this season. This season is going really quickly. Now, this is what the Lexalexus Football Prediction League is looking like after 19 games. So Johnny Barra's still at the top, but James Macy has closed the gap to 10 points between first and second place now. I've fallen down to 4th. NFC Owen slightly pipped me this week, so I've got to really up my game this week to keep to that 3rd place spot. This is what League One's looking like. A little bit of movement there. OTR plays very close to being promoted, as is NFC Charlie as well. And with League 2, we still have our 2 members. But anyone that is new in this channel, if you predict your score predictions, it's very likely you will appear on the Lexalexus Football Prediction League. If you guys like what you see, please make sure you do give the video a like. It does tremendously help the channel. Please do hit that subscribe button if you've not done so. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as we can, because there's a lot of rewards on the line if we can get to that goal. If we can get that, that'll be terrifically appreciative. And please share this channel to as many people as you can. All of that really helps. But without any further ado, let's start predicting these weekend's games. So the first match to predict is West Brom against Nottingham Forest. This is an 8 PM kickoff tonight, so we've got to be quite swift with our predictions with this match. And I'm interested to see the result of this game, to be honest, because West Brom at the moment not really doing well in terms of their runs of form. Only 2 wins in their last 6 matches. But one thing that West Brom do have is an unbeaten home record. They are unbeaten in their last 9 home matches, which I think will definitely help them against a Forest side that have still only lost once under Steve Cooper, and have actually not lost 11 out of their last 12 matches. As you can see from the expanded league table there, West Brom's got a huge gap between themselves and Bournemouth. They really can't afford to drop any more points, otherwise it's going to feel very one-sided, and they'll have a mountain to climb already in not even the halfway stage of the season. To predict this game is very tricky. We are going to have some absentees. For instance, I think Livermore is still going to be absent for West Brom, but same with Colback. Both are serving suspensions. I might go for a draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game. Now with FIFA, you're also going to see FIFA's predictions in the second half of this video. Next up is Preston going up against Fulham. I mean, Preston picked up an unbelievable win against Middlesbrough in midweek. A game where they really had not much right to win. But fair play to Preston and Emil Reece-Jacobson. He's really proving to be a very important player in Preston's season so far. But it feels a little bit similar with Man United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the moment. One bit of pressure from the manager, they just pull off an unbelievable result, and that was one of them. With Fulham, they did have a 7-game winning streak, but that was ended by Derby County, as Derby defended very well, but Fulham were just drawing blanks. They just were left frustrated. But this draw actually still keeps them in the top of the championship, because fortunately for them, Bournemouth couldn't beat Millwall in midweek either. One big talking point is Mitrovic. Well, I mean, he's got illness, so that is why he's not available, and I don't think he will be available either. So Rodrigo Muniz definitely has to step up, and we definitely got that feel of Fulham not having many ideas with Mitrovic on the squad, and they're going to have to try and still get those goals without that creativity there. So it's going to be an interesting challenge for Fulham. With this game, I mean, it's not beyond the realms of possibility of Preston getting an unlikely result here, but I think I'm still going to edge Fulham based on their players. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away victory to Fulham. Next up is Birmingham going up against Blackpool. Birmingham and Blackpool were involved in a 0-0 draw in midweek. There was a lot of controversy with Birmingham, obviously, due to the Ryan Woods red card. Was it a red card or was it not? Maybe. I think they're going to put this sort of challenge as a new red card now. And, you know, older days, this would be considered as a yellow, but I don't think there's taking one for the team anymore. If they see it as denying a goal scoring opportunity, I don't think they're going to be any 2 strikes and you're out. It's going to be 1 strike and you're out from now on. So a hard pill for Birmingham to swallow, but they coped really well keeping Coventry out Blackpool, they drew a blank against West Brom. I definitely think they were definitely a bit fortunate with the fact that West Brom had many chances, but Blackpool did well to keep to their defence. I don't have a really good feeling that we're going to get many goals in this game. I'm not going to lie, especially that both were involved in a 0-0 draw in midweek. But both have picked up really good results in this season, and both are really capable of something really special. I was thinking 0-0 again, but I'm almost thinking we're not going to get another 0-0 draw with both these sides. One of them is definitely going to go through. I think one goal, and we'll get a difference here. And I might just edge Blackpool. I actually have got a bit more confidence in them. I think Blackpool have done well away from home. I'll go for a 1-0 away victory to Blackpool. Let me know what you think in the comments. Next up is Bournemouth going up against Coventry. Now, Coventry do not have an easy run of games. You know, that game against Birmingham, they really needed to get a result from there because their next couple of games are very tough. As you can see, after they play Bournemouth, Coventry have got to play West Brom. So that is very tough for Coventry to deal with. Now, Bournemouth have been a team where, you know, they've not actually picked up a win in their last two matches. So they have stalled their form a little bit. But they'll be feeling privileged for their brilliant start because they still have an 8-point gap from West Brom. But if they pick up a good result in this game, not only does it increase their chances of going to the top of the table, it also hurts one of their opponents, Coventry, who are in the top 6 themselves and definitely should be considered as really good competition. But Coventry, if they're not careful and they do not pick a good result, then they will definitely have a possibility of falling out of the top 6 by Christmas following their really tough run of games. To predict this game, I think it'll be close. You know, I don't really think there'll be much to separate. I think big players will be missing for both teams. Billing, I think, will be missing for Bournemouth, and Waghorn, I think, will still be missing for Coventry. Based for Bournemouth being at home, I might back them here. I'll go for a 2-1 victory to Bournemouth. I think it'll be really tight. Let me know what you think. Next up, we've got Huddersfield going up against Middlesbrough. Now, this game has been, I think, the toughest game for me to predict. Because I'm in really two minds about this game in general, really, to be honest. Huddersfield, as you can see, and in fact Middlesbrough I would include as well, both of their forms have not been great. But this is a sort of game where you could definitely see one team really getting their game plan right and actually thriving and getting a good run of form from that. I feel like whoever scores first, I think, would definitely have a good chance of getting something. You know, both have not really won many in their last 6 matches, we can see. One thing I will give praise for Huddersfield is their clean sheet record. As you can see here, they have kept a clean sheet in 6 of their last 8 matches, which I think is going to be a huge asset for them. Although they didn't keep a clean sheet in midweek, they had to try and survive QPR's pressure, but they didn't quite hold on. Seeing that Middlesbrough have got a good record and they've got a great manager in Chris Wilder, and I think the more times Middlesbrough will play under this new system, they'll improve. I might just back Middlesbrough, you know. I just have a very funny feeling that I think Middlesbrough might be able to have a good game here. I might be wrong, but I'm going to go for a 2-0 away victory to Middlesbrough. I think things will start to click in this game, but Huddersfield, knowing how good they are with their clean sheet record, I think they can definitely spoil the party. Next up, we've got Hull going up against Millwall. Now, both have been keeping a 3-match streak in terms of their last 3 games. So Hull have had a winning streak of 3 matches, 3 consecutive wins, which has really increased Hull's chances of competing in this league. As you can see, they're now at 19th place, and within only a couple of weeks ago, they were in 23rd. Millwall, of course, they've had a 3-match drawing streak, and actually 3 consecutive 1-1 draws. So it's almost that feeling that maybe history will repeat itself for the 4th time in a row, and Millwall have fallen back to their old habits in terms of drawing too many games, unfortunately. Now, one thing I do want to say, Millwall have drawn their last 3, but Hull have kept a clean sheet in their last 3. So it's going to be tricky for both of those things to happen. But there's one way that both of these could happen if it's a 0-0 draw. And I've got to say, both have been involved with a 0-0 draw already this season. In fact, Hull have been involved with a couple, Mill have been involved with a couple. And maybe this time they will draw a blank. I might be wrong, but I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw in this game. I just got that feeling there's not many goals to be seen. Next up is Luton going up against Cardiff. Both sides would argue they had a disappointing result midweek. Luton only drew against Nottingham Forest, and they did have a chance to take a lead from the penalty spot, which was ultimately not capitalised by Elijah Adebayo. Bree Samba managed to be the one keeping Nottingham Forest into the game. Cardiff lost against Hull. They conceded, I think, a very sloppy goal. And they tried to build up a bit of play to get something from it, but it just didn't quite work. Nothing really went Cardiff's way in that game. As you can see here from Luton, poor form, 2 defeats and a draw in their last 3 games. I have seen a couple of good signs with Cardiff, but what sort of result are we going to see? It's tricky because I think Luton at home are quite good. Cardiff do have that good bounce back ability. I might just go for a draw. I'm thinking 1-1. I don't think we're going to see any of the sides being separated in this game. I think it'll be quite cagey, so I'll go for a 1-1 draw. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Next up is Peterborough against Barnsley, a monumental game for both of these sides. It is 22nd going up against 23rd. If Barnsley pick up a win, they'll only be 1 point behind Peterborough. But Barnsley especially needs something from this. They are already 6 points away from Reading and safety. If they lose this game, they'll be within 7 points adrift of Peterborough. They really need something, Barnsley especially. And they've been poor. Barnsley had the lowest XG out of all of the teams in midweek against Swansea. Peterborough also were disappointed midweek, losing 4-0 against Blackburn. And were just giving the ball away so carelessly in trying to play up in the back. A really poor mistake from Nathan Thompson led to one of Blackburn's goals. And these sorts of mistakes from your experienced players is what's going to be a huge blow to your season if you cannot get the basics right. I think both these teams will go to this game very nervy. This is the audition game for Poya Asbaghi. If he can get a good result as Barnsley manager here, then I may have a little bit more faith in Poya Asbaghi taking over as Barnsley's manager. With Peterborough, they've got an alright home record. They play quite well at home. You know, they don't really get beaten that heavily at home. So this is Peterborough's for the taking. If they can really win this, then I think Peterborough will increase their chances of competing in this league. So it's a prediction. It has this feeling that whoever scores first will win. Oh, it's a coin flip. But I'm going to go with Peterborough, you know. I think because of their home form, I'm going to back Peterborough for a win. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Peterborough. Next up is Stoke against Blackburn. This is an interesting game because both of these sides are doing rather well in the Championship in terms of their league position. It is 6th against 7th. Whoever wins this game will be in the top 6 at the end of this weekend. Blackburn have been chasing for the top 6 for quite some time and have actually picked up 13 points out of a possible 18 in their last 6 games, which is a really good run of form for Blackburn. Stoke have not been as prolific in terms of their point taking than Blackburn have been in their last 6, but they still have done rather well to keep with the chasing pack. However, a defeat in midweek to Bristol City, where I think they were a bit unfortunate. They have hit the woodwork twice and they did go down to 10 men with Joe Allen getting a red card, which will be a big blow for him to miss this game against Blackburn. I think at home, though, I think Stoke are rather good with their form. Blackburn away from home, I've known them to not really dictate too much play, just play on the counter-attack, and this might fall into Stoke's hands here. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to Stoke. I think Blackburn will rely too much in terms of Brereton or potentially on the counter-attack, and I think Stoke will pepper Blackburn with enough chances that I think they'll win. So I'm going to say 2-1 Stoke. Next up is Swansea going up against Reading. Swansea have been steadily improving their form. A brilliant win in midweek over Barnsley. They had to be very, very patient too. And eventually Joel Piroe gets in the opening, and I actually think Joel Piroe has really stepped up, and I'm really, really excited to see how he develops. Now, Reading had a very disappointing defeat in midweek against Sheffield United, and they just really look like to me that they've really been a bit more dejected, especially since they got that 6-point deduction. They felt really, really dejected with their form and their performances. Now, Swansea have an incredible record against Reading. If you see this stat here, this should tell you everything. Swansea are undefeated in their last 19, that's right, 19 matches against Reading in all competitions. So if that tells me anything, Swansea love playing Reading. And I think their streak will continue, I'm not going to lie, based on the current performances. I think I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory to Swansea. Let me know what you think in the comments. So now we make it to Sunday's game. It's Sheffield United against Bristol City. And obviously a lot of change has gone into Sheffield United very, very recently. Of course, they've recently let go of Slavisa Jokanovic. finding Sheffield United in 16th place in the table after 19 games. Only 6 wins out of 19. Really unacceptable, to be honest. And I thought the sacking just came at a very unusual time when Sheffield United picked up a really good win against Reading. And I replaced him with Paul Heggingbottom, which it wouldn't be my first choice, I'm not going to lie. He picked up some alright wins in interim in charge in terms of Sheffield United's Premier League season. But still, that only amounted in 3 wins in their last 10 games, which was not great form. In the Championship, he did alright with Barnsley, but didn't really get them punching to where Sheffield United should be punching. And with Leeds, he was a disaster. So I can't help but feel there's a bit of pessimism when I see Paul Heckingbottom in charge of Sheffield United. But they seem to see a long-term future in him. They've given him a contract to the 2025-26 season, which is really bizarre, to be honest with you. And I do think they've chosen the cheaper option. They could have gone for someone like Daniel Farke and paid a couple of millions to get him in, which I think would have helped Sheffield United. But they've gone for cheap, and we'll see if that definitely bodes well with Sheffield United going forward. With Bristol City, I mean, they're a peculiar club. They just turn up when they want to turn up. I mean, fair play to them with their home in against Stoke, because they had to get so fortunate to try and prevent Stoke from scoring. But when they took their goal, they took it well, they defended well, and fair play to them. They're unbeaten in their last 2 games. And I do think Bristol City have deserved more. I think 18th place is a bit of a harsh placement on Bristol City so far this season. What to go for here is so difficult, because Paul Heckingbottom in charge, you know, he could get a bounce for the players, or they could completely fall off a cliff. I'll go for a 1-1 draw. I'm going to stay neutral in this game, but let me know what you think in the comments. And the final game to predict tonight is Derby against QPR. I mean, we've not had a Monday game in a while, and we eventually have got it. Derby QPR is our first Monday night game of this championship season, and I think it's a good choice. Derby have had some really tough games. They've had Bournemouth and Fulham recently, and have not lost to either of them. I think Wayne Rooney does deserve a lot of credit from that. QPR have improved their form as well, as you can see, unbeaten in their last 5 games with back-to-back wins. It sees QPR in 4th, but you can never write Derby off, and now in positive points with 1 point taken now. I think a win for Derby would be a big result, and actually at home, Derby have done really, really well in terms of their home form. It is very, very difficult to beat Derby at home. I think actually the only team that have beaten Derby at home this season so far has been Blackburn Rovers. QPR have been doing alright, you know, they've been able to score in every single game, and, you know, they had to be a bit patient against Huddersfield, but they did get one in the end. You know what? I'm so tempted to back a win for Derby. I really am, and you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to be a bit brave, but I'm going to back Derby for a win. I'm going to say a 2-1 victory to Derby, because why not? I think they've definitely got the talent, they've got the spirit, and they've got the belief that they can get a result. I'll say 2-1 Derby. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Okay, guys, so these are my predictions for this weekend's games. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, before we see my Premier League predictions, let's see what FIFA is predicting for all of these games. Hey everybody, welcome to FIFA 22 Predicts, match day 20. We are now doing the next round of FIFA 22's games. As always, guys, you've already seen me predict all my games already. Now it's FIFA's turn. Without any further ado, let's see what FIFA 22 is going to predict for this weekend. That is the full-time whistle, and FIFA 22 is predicting a 0-0 draw between West Brom and Nottingham Forest. And I really do like their midfield. I like the roles that Kearney and John Michael Seri play. I like even their defenders as well, and I like the depth there as well. What a brilliant team goal! I was just giving praise to Fulham's squad, but just like that, Fulham concede. It is Preston who score the first goal in the game. I wouldn't say you can catch up with me, but you're pretty close to 7th placed Saeed Emad's team. You've got 37 points at the moment. In fact, Naismith has got 10 points. Oh my gosh, I just missed another goal. We were just talking about viewers' Gaffr Fantasy team, and Preston have scored again. So long ball FC, long ball over the top, but what a volley. I must be half asleep today. I keep missing goals. I was just munching on some breakfast, and Hull have just scored. Not even Hull, it's Fulham. So a cross comes in. It's a good header, but I think Iverson should do better from there. Goes over the line. It is Bobby Reed with the goal. I thought it was. Well, Fulham are now back in this. 2-1. Can he finish it? No, it's good defending. And I think that will be the final whistle. It is. So Preston beat Fulham. Back-to-back wins and back-to-back 2-1 wins. Garner's out with a red. Woods is out with a red. Oh, looks like it's got... Is that a penalty or is that a free kick? I didn't get to see. I was reading the comment. Was it just inside or just outside the box? That's going to be in the box. I think that's a penalty. It is a penalty to Blackpool. My God, that's a big moment. I think that's Shane Lavery taking the penalty. It's saved! It's saved! Oh my God, Sarkic has saved the penalty. It is Lavery who stepped up. It's a poor penalty. It's too central, but it's a brilliant save by Sarkic. Oh, an attempted through ball, but well defended by I can't say that defender's name, but he's so good for Blackpool. Ekipta or something. I think that's how you say his name. Long ball. Oh, what a goal! We were just talking brilliant defending by Ekipta. But then straight in the other end, a long looping ball. And Shane Lavery is onside. First time shot, loops it over Sarkic. Shane Lavery redeems himself for missing that penalty as well. It's 1-0 to Blackpool. I would have done a video ranking third kits, you know, because I feel a lot... Oh, it's a chance. And it's a second goal. Is he offside? No, he's not offside. Shane Lavery with a second goal. It's a double for the Northern Irishman. So, for what I would say, I mean, I say they're fortunate, but West Brom did have 22 shots yesterday. But they've just nowhere near been looking like they're good enough. And Birmingham have now pulled one back. It's 2-1 now, and it's Troy Deeney with the goal for Birmingham. This is going to be an interesting end to this game. Very scrappy. No teams having the quality. And both teams just being determined not to lose. And is it offside? No, it's not. Blackpool have extended their lead at 3-1. And it's Jerry Yates who has scored for Blackpool. 3-1 now to the Tangerines. I hate to be right. I predicted this. You know, a lot of quite a few Coventry fans were on my back saying, you know, why can't you have any confidence? And, you know, why can't you appreciate the start? I'm really like, I'm happy for the start, but be happy while it lasts. Birmingham have got one back. It's 3-2. Deeney again. But it looks like that's going to be the final kick of the game. And it's going to end 3-2 to Blackpool. What a brilliant game by FIFA. Let's hope it's something similar like this in real life and not a dull 0-0 draw. Good movement there. This might be it. And we've got the opening goal. Bournemouth have taken the lead. It has been coming. They have been slightly the better side. I think it's Philip Billing with the goal. 1-0 Bournemouth. How do you expect Coventry to beat Bournemouth when we can't score a goal? That is the problem. That is the problem. If, you know... You need... Oh my goodness me! Well, I did say... I just read out Coventry and Darwich Games saying, how do you expect Coventry to beat Bournemouth when we can't score a goal? Well, I think... Is that Guy Oakers? I think Guy Oakers just demonstrated right there what Coventry need to do. Be fearless. Be inventive. You would say perfect timing to make me look a bit of an idiot. Well, I just missed it. I was just looking for the message from my work. And Coventry have just taken the lead. This really reminds me of Preston against Middlesbrough. What on earth has gone on here? It's brilliant play and really good team goal too. Guy Oakers again with the goal. Can they hold on? Bournemouth defend. Bournemouth can't get back into this. It's the full-time whistle and Coventry pick up an away win out of nothing. Right, well, I think that's a full-time whistle. So the game has ended. Huddersfield 0, Middlesbrough 0. Well, missed one goal. I'm definitely going to look at a replay of that goal if I can. Also, yeah, Sheffield United's the big one, isn't it? You know, you didn't expect them to be as bad as they were. I'm sure there's more as well that I could think of. I would even say Middlesbrough, to be honest. And we've got a goal. We were just talking about our over and underperformers. I'm not missing this goal. Josh McGuinness with the second goal of the game. That is 2-0 to Hull City. They are on fire at the moment. Christmas vlog. Well, if I had an interesting Christmas, then yeah, I probably would. But I don't really want to try and show off my family, to be honest. You know, I do want to make sure that my life with them stays private. And Josh McGuinness is on absolute fire. We were talking about the possibility of a Christmas vlog. And as we do that, Josh McGuinness has got himself an early Christmas present. 2 goals scored. Mar obviously is defending his team now. I need to see that other one back as well. Oh, is it 4? It is 4 for Hull. Unbelievable. I think it might be an own goal. Or is that going to be given? I don't even know who that is. Based on the poor face design. Oh my gosh. It's 4-0 to Hull. That is quite amazing. That's got to be an own goal. It has to be. Yes, it's a Sean Hutchinson own goal. Oh, it's good defending. And that's the full-time whistle. An awful defeat for Millwall. So Josh McGuinness actually scored the first goal as well. So McGuinness got 4 goals in that game. This was the goal I missed. It was good play. Oh, brilliant teamwork goal. What a brilliant goal that was. And that's the final whistle. A pretty nothing game, that one. It ends Luton 0, Cardiff 0. The more likely team to win for me would be Barnsley at the moment. Benson to Gomez. Woodrow. Just onside maybe. Oh, wait. Opportunity's not gone, and it's goal! Oh my gosh. I did say the most likely team to win in the 5-minute stage would be Barnsley. I didn't think it'd be this late. 91st minute, 1 minute of stoppage time provided. 90th minute, what a result that is for Barnsley. 1-0. Okay, so... Right, well, I've just completely ignored that there's a goal. I was just reading the message from my manager. We've got a goal for Stoke. So, it's brilliant work. Maybe Kaminsky could... there's just too much power there. It's Stephen Fletcher with the goal. You've got to question the back line. That's down to me. And it's only for this 1 week only. I've just got to work 2 hours earlier. And Stoke have scored their second goal. I was explaining why I've started the stream so early. We've got our second goal. I think that's Jacob Brown with the goal. It's a brilliantly struck goal, actually. And a win for Stoke here would put them in a very strong position. Could actually see them go up to 3rd if results go their way. Could be exhaustion. Right. Oh, good defending here. Blackburn could get one back into this. Ben Brereton now. Ben Brereton has got 1 goal back for Blackburn. It's 2-1. Can Blackburn overcome a comeback here? That's the full-time whistle. So Stoke managed to survive and they hold on for a 2-1 home win. So according to FIFA 22, Swansea and Reading are going to end as a 0-0 draw. But basically it's a bit sharper to play on that field. Always a chance there, and Bristol City have taken the lead in this game. Who's the goal scorer here? I don't recognise the face. Oh, it's Cameron Pring. I tell you what, he's really good on FIFA 22, Cameron Pring. He really is. I then got to start uploading gaming videos on my second channel. And I've got to entirely make a new prediction league. And that is the equalising goal for Sheffield United in the 85th minute. And it's Conor Hourihane with the goal. So the final whistle suggests that Sheffield United and Bristol City is going to end in a 1-1 draw. I would love more 3 PM watch-alongs on Saturdays, but obviously work. Oh my goodness me, I was just reading the comment and QPR have scored. It's Lyndon Dykes with the goal. It's the 72nd minute. This might be the final result. The final goal we may see on this FIFA 22 predicts. It's a brilliant goal. So the final result is Derby 0, QPR 1. So there we go. A lot of shocking predictions. 4-0 for Hull. 2-1 win to Preston. 2-1 win to Coventry. If you guys do want to see FIFA 22 predicts, Monday and sometimes on Wednesday, depending on midweek games, will be live streaming. And the next live stream I'll be doing will be this Monday, so do not miss it. And finally, to end this video, on the left hand side of the screen are my Premier League predictions. If you guys do want a Premier League predictions league, if you hit that subscribe button and we reach 1,000 subscribers, I will make a separate predictions league just for Premier League predictions. If you do like this video, please give the video a like. Let's aim for 20 likes on this video. I'll be terrifically appreciative. Please also share this video to as many people as you can. All of that really helps. But that'll wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary if you saw the end of this video. And as always, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.